welcome to Maritime Destination. Today we have Dr. Dipti Mankad. She is owner of MindSpeak, and it's about training, assessment, and counseling in mental health. Welcome, Dr. Mankad.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gagan, for having me for this interview.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sparing your time for us. Dipti, my first question, as you know that today the industry is facing this COVID issue. So, how are you training the cadets and the sailing officers and the office staff people in the shipping companies? How you are counseling them?
Yes, Mr. Gagan. So, actually, if you go to see, mental health is a very growing issue in the seafarers. It has been there prior to COVID also. It's not that it is something new right now, but yes, during the COVID times, it has definitely multiplied. Reasons are many. So let's start with cadets now. For cadets, we conduct a wellness at sea program, which focuses on the core, of course, is on emotional wellness, or which we call as mental health. And mostly, if you see, that whole program is so beautifully designed, where we equip them with 5 domains of wellness. That comes with social, emotional, intellectual, physical, and spiritual. So it's a 3-day intensive program where we actually make them aware of what are the realities when they go on ship. So we also tell them about what challenges they will face. Mental health being a core topic, a core module, we focus on different kinds of mental health issues. So basically, it is not only educating them, but it is also making them aware of the different mental health issues. How can they actually spot signs, basic signs, and what can they do in case they feel that they are going through any kind of mental health issue? So that program actually prepares them mentally for going on board. So it's in fact many companies have taken up mental wellness at sea. Of course, we are doing it now because of COVID. It's an online platform. We are doing it still online with fleet management cadets. We have finished 2 successful batches in the past 1 month online. Then also we have been doing cadet trainings at Anglo, for C-SPAN, for Scorpio. So we are working hard towards preparing them mentally, because we feel somewhere mental strength is very much needed for this profession. As far as senior ranks are concerned, I do conduct PFA, that is psychological first aid. Now, it
Okay.
started out as a trial batch with TriStar. It's a Dubai-based company with e-ships in collaboration with Fleet, and it worked really wonderfully, because here the main purpose is making them aware of mental health problems, how they can spot signs on board. So it doesn't stop there. This training also basically teaches them how they can counsel, basic counseling, so that if they find someone on board having any kind of psychological breakdown, with PFA, they will be able to at least address that issue. And we
Okay.
have got results with this. We have got senior people who have come back and told that yes, after the program, they were able to actually help some people. Now, of course, we are not trying to make psychiatrists or clinical psychologists through these programs. That's not the point. The point is to actually make them aware that the mental health issues exist, what happens in those cases, and how they can just be there to provide them with basic, how we have first aid, right? All seafarers go through first aid program.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
They are not doctors, but they can provide first aid. Similarly,
Correct.
here
Correct.
also we are planning, we try to make sure that they are able to help them people, so that the situation doesn't escalate to a level where we have incidents like man overboard or committing suicide or self-harm, you know. So for senior ranks, this is what we offer, that is PFA, psychological first aid. And we have successfully done quite many batches, and it has really helped seafarers. It's been an eye-opening program for most of them. And the feedback has been wonderful. So these are the 2 things which we are doing. And we also provide 1 day training just for basic mental health, also for ratings. So there are companies who have taken up this, and we provide them this training for ratings also, where they also open up, they speak up about their issues, and we have very open discussions. So the whole objective of this is that once they are finished with the program, they will be very aware to not only help themselves but to help others on board also.
And what difference you have found among the seafarers when you dealt before COVID and now with COVID? What difference you find?
Yes. So before COVID, of course, when I used to have counseling sessions, issues used to be little more milder. But during COVID, I think because of extended contracts and because COVID itself, nobody was prepared for COVID. So
Correct.
receiving pressure from the family has been a lot. At least the seafarers have spoken to who have been sailing on board with extended contracts. They understand what the situation is. Whoever I've spoken to, it's not that they're not aware. They know what
Correct.
the situation is. They know ports are closed. They know the companies are taking effort, but it all boils down to family. So most of the breakdowns, emotional breakdowns which have happened on board have happened due to the family pressure that you need to come back, and two, of course, they're concerned towards their own family that what how will they be dealing with COVID or what is happening back home. So I think that has added on to a lot of anxiety. So in COVID time, if you ask me one mental health issue which has escalated is anxiety among seafarers. That I've seen a lot in this past 5 months, if you say. The anxiety has really been high among seafarers. So that is one problem which I have noticed, which has escalated to a different level.
Would you like to tell about the MindSpeak? That what are the other activities you do through MindSpeak, your company? What else they do?
Yes, so Mindspeak is basically a firm which started off with, if you see the tagline, it is capacity building for tomorrow. So we provide services, of course, like I said, mental health workshops, a lot of webinars on different topics we do online right now because of COVID. Otherwise, we also do on the side trainings. So corporate trainings are involved. Behavioral assessment or on simulators I have been doing in collaboration with IMTC pre-COVID. And of course, the companies come and we put them in simulators into emergency situations and we do behavioral assessments for deck and engine board. So when it comes to promotions and all, of course, it helps. And I also conduct counseling services for seafarers and other people as well. So, and take up a lot of research work. We conduct small researches to find out about new trends which are happening. And yeah, so these are the things which we kind of do. And skill tests, we conduct that. Prime focus core is on training and skill development.
And which year you started this?
It's been now 5 years back. So it was started with a very small idea, but I'm glad it has grown and it's got its due now. So it's been 5 years now.
So, now it's a need of hour also, I believe.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
correct. So, what would you advise to the companies that how important such class courses are there?
So, like I feel, mental health, it's not only seafarers are going through mental health. Everybody, I think, goes through mental health issues some point in life. I feel we have been focusing a lot on onboard training, and I think it really helps because it's not a 9 to 5 job. They are away from family. There are many other factors which make seafarers vulnerable to, getting affected mentally when they're on board. Emotional breakdowns are there, social isolation has increased. I'm not against Wi-Fi, but the fact is that since Wi-Fi has come in, we have seen that there has been a lot of distance. That bonding is not there. The smoke room culture is not there anymore, and because everybody wants to go to their rooms and be on their smartphones or laptops. So I think it's very important that people start understanding how important it is because we are still humans on board to interact with humans. It's very important to vent out emotions. It's very important to have somebody on board whom they can talk to. So, one is, of course, I would always, there is a kind of a message which I always give is that it's not only the seafarers on board who undergo mental health problems. people here working ashore also have really high stress levels. So the workshop should be done for both, for onboard staff as well as office staff, so that both of them understand each other's positions. It's very important, I feel, one very important human attribute which I feel is missing today is empathy. And we need to empathize with each other, so it's not that people in office are not stressed or they don't have, they do. In fact, Mr. Gagan, in India 25% of Indian young population is having anxiety issue, so that's a very big number. So obviously I feel the company should take up mental health awareness programs so that people become aware of it. It's very important. It all starts with awareness. Till you're not aware, you will not accept it. So first comes awareness and then comes acceptance of the problem. So till you don't accept it, you will not be able to find a solution for it. So I plead to the companies to proactively take up. It should not be a tick box activity. You know what I mean? It should be done with an intention of empowering your own employees and people to take care of their mental health. Because I feel whether it is physical or mental, it is ultimately health which matters. So it's very important to involve both the staff when they're doing mental health programs.
If you take any example, then it helps people to understand more. So, do you have any example which of any seafarers or an incident which can uh, help to industry and understand that why such training is important?
Yes, absolutely. So there was, of course, one incident which happened, and like I said, we started with PFA as last year we had started PFA as a trial round. So we started with Fleet and TriStar, and when they went PFA, and just a few during this COVID time, I get a call from a chief engineer from the ship, and he tells me that I had done PFA under you, and there are two people on board who have handled very well, and he could apply all what he had learned in taking care of them emotionally. So what had happened was his junior engineer, he was undergoing a lot of mental trauma because he was not able to sign off, and I think his father was really unwell, and no, I think his mom was very unwell, she was in the ICU. So to handle him, he really messaged and said that how the training helped him to handle the boy emotionally to an extent where he did not have a breakdown. And there was another incident where the second engineer's wife was going through a medical condition in COVID, and he was having severe anxiety. So he was really not able to cope up in that situation, and how he actually used PFA on him till his reliever didn't come, and now he has reached home safely, he's with his wife. So these kind of incidences happen, and they really, people who take these programs seriously and take an ownership of, yes, people on board are also my own family and I need to take care of them. So he definitely said that I would not have been able to handle them if I would not be able to spot the signs of anxiety or an emotional breakdown. So I think people are using it who have undergone it, and they're trying to help people on board.
Being a member from seafarers family, does it help you to understand the mindset of seafarers and all?
Oh, yes, of course. My father has been a master mariner, and he's 73. He sailed for nearly 35, 40 years. My uncle was a captain. Of course, he's working on shore now. My cousins are, in fact, my latest addition from the family is also on his second ship right now. So I have so many people, so many of my uncles and cousins. So we have been brought up in a seafarer's family right from our childhood. So obviously, we understand when we see the sacrifices which go in separation from family for longer. That time, sailing used to be 11 months we could not see each other. So, but that time, these kind of mental health issues never surfaced. I think because the whole era was different. There was pride in the profession. There was bonding on the ship, and people really connected with each other on emotional level. That is something which I feel is missing today. So I totally understand seafarers in and out because I have been born and brought up in that entire environment. You know, so that has really helped me.
Mhm. And what's the duration of these courses which you conduct the session?
So for cadets, it's a 3-day program, but right now, because of COVID, we are doing it online. So the Wellness at Sea, we spread it over 5 days a week. So the cadets attend every morning with me, and afternoon they have to complete their assignments. So that's a 5-day thing for the cadets. PFA online right now, we are doing it for a 2-day program. And of course, mental health workshops, which we have, that is a 1-day program as well. So otherwise, PFA is a full 8 to 9 hours program workshop, which of course was conducted when we used to go to the training centers. But
Hmm.
because now everything is online, so we have spread
Correct.
it over 2 days. So PFA is for 2 days, and Wellness at Sea is for 5 days.
5 days means how many hours per day?
So Monday to Friday, every morning, 3.5 hours. So
Okay.
yeah, and then afternoon they have to complete their assessments or assignments which are given to them.
Okay. So you
Yes.
feel is that sufficient to deal with such situations?
Sorry, could you repeat, Mr. Garan?
No, I mean, is that sufficient? These many hours of training to deal
Yes,
such situations?
yes. I think more important is, like I said, it starts with education first. So
Hmm.
once they cover the awareness level, then it
Hmm.
becomes easier for them to, and of course, companies have their time constraints also. So
Hmm.
honestly, if you ask me, mental health is a subject which we can go on for days and days.
Correct.
But
Correct.
it's just that we are starting with the first step of spreading awareness about it, making them more equipped and more empowered to help themselves and others. So I think
Correct.
it's a good start. It's a good start.
Correct. In the end, anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, of course. Firstly, thank you, Mr. Gagan and Maritime Destination, for inviting me today. And the only message which I have for all companies is that they all need to understand we don't have counselors on board, we don't have doctors on board.
True.
So let's proactively empower our own people to handle these issues. So when we give them tools to handle the mental health issues, they will be in a better position to do it, right?
True.
So every time they may not have someone to talk to. So it's very important that we train. And the second thing is, let's proactively do mental health awareness, not only for the sailing staff, but also for people who are onshore, who are handling the sailing staff, because I think they are also under tremendous pressures. So it has to be a mutual program where both need to understand. At the end of it, of course, they are your people, they are working for your company. So if they will be mentally happy, and I always believe this, if you are happy, if you're mentally fine, physically fine, it's a happy ship. And a happy ship will always be a safe ship, you know. So mental health is definitely connected with safety of any vessel. So
Correct.
it, and I think that is the whole objective behind it. And if everybody understands this, I think we'll be able to make a lot of difference.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dipti, for sparing
Thank you.
time. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Gagan, for having me.